Hi guys, so today's topic would be user research. In product management, user research is a very important concept which every product manager has to go through. Without having complete information about the user, we cannot go ahead with the identification of pain points and consequently solving them. So in order to get knowledge about the user and the pain points, we need to derive the user insights. So this would be the first step of user research, that is deriving the user insights from the user. Now, deriving user insights can be done in many forms. We can either do surveys where they fill out surveys and we get the information. We can either make specific callings, so to specific group of people or in general all people. So these are different kind of methods of doing user research. We'll discuss them ahead in this video. So I think you have got the gist of what we are going to study now. So after completing this topic, we will be able to describe different type of research methods that are used, identify the apt research method to use for a specific purpose, and list the points to keep in mind while conducting surveys and user interviews. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I'm just giving an example of my personal experience. So we had an activation journey. So by activation, I mean users were not logging onto the platform. So we had to make uh, these users the target who were not logging onto the platform so that we can increase the number of people that are logging onto the platform. So we had to convert the non-login people to the login people. For that, we identified through data that around 30% of our customer base is not logging onto the platform. So we targeted this 30% of customer base and we prepared some questionnaires for them that uh, why are they not logging onto the platform? From are they even aware of the platform that they have subscribed to? And questions like these. So different kind of interview questions would arise in different kind of scenarios in a B2B setup where the company is taking subscription from us for its users. It's basically sometime happens that the customers of that particular company are not aware that their parent company has taken any subscription. So we as a uh, we as a company who are selling this subscription need to make sure that people who have taken our subscription are even aware of that thing. So what we can do is either we can provide them with questionnaires or we can directly do the callings. So we had this target base of 30% and we gathered their information, their all the engagement activity, and we started calling them. And after calling, we got some inputs, and with the help of those inputs, we were able to identify what was the actual pain point. So just for the example, the actual pain point that we identify is what many of the customers were not even actually aware that their company have taken our subscription. So if a person is not aware, if a user is not aware, he would of course not log onto the platform. So we identified that there is a communication gap. And in order to fulfill this communication gap, that is the main pain point to solve, we then ideated many solutions. So deriving user insights is such an important thing because you need to get hold of why things are happening the way they are happening. So the research methods can be of different types that are behavioral, qualitative, quantitative, and attitudinal. So these are just some of the basic methods of UX research that we can do. So in the image, you can see we have identified the four quarters of this UX research methods. And in the intersection of any two of the methods, we get these kind of these kind of tests that we can perform in order to do the deriving the user insights. So let's say we have to do the attitudinal as well as qualitative. Then in that case, we can follow any of the three methods that are user interviews, focus groups, and diary studies. So I will tell you about what are focus groups. So let's say we are releasing a new feature and we need to test it out not with the entire customer base, but with a selected number of people who have in the past engaged with our product actively. This we can track through engagement activities. So first we will release it to those users. These are called focus group, so that they can actively give their feedback and we can make changes according to that. So these are just some of the research methods that we can perform. Now, the way we are asking questions, the questions that we ask are so important, because if you are going to extract information from a user, you need to make him aware of what is this call in regards to, and why are you asking the questions, and what questions you are asking. So while there are several research methodologies, the most frequently used than others would be customer interviews as well as surveys. There is a link that I have given in this slide that you can directly go on to visit on YouTube. It's about Eric, a partner at Y Combinator, and has a great guide on how to get started with customer interviews. So this video is mainly about what questions to ask, why to ask, and how to give the user the power that he is not being used for information, but this information in turn will benefit him, of course. So we need to allow the user to think that this information is ultimately going to benefit him, because of which he will give the truthful answers and we will identify the correct pain points. So these are just some of the general questions that I have encountered, and this is the main thing, that what questions are you going to ask so that you can get the corresponding output. So while conducting customer interviews, I generally had to ask these 5 questions, like what's the hardest part of doing this? Doing this can mean any process in the entire product. What is the hardest part of adding a product to your cart? Why are you not taking this product out of the cart? Tell me about the last time you encountered this problem. Why was that hard? What, if anything, have you done to try to solve the problem? And last but not the least, why don't you love about the solutions you have tried? So after generally these questions, and these questions can of course be reframed and not at all used, because there are different situations and based on different journeys we ask different questions. So to a user who has not even logged on to a platform at any time, we will not ask these questions. We will just simply ask him, is he aware about the platform? If yes, then why hasn't he used? Because he will, of course, give some reasons. If he is not aware, then there is a communication gap. So either he gives an answer, if he does not give an answer, in both the cases, you are aware of what exactly is the pain point. So this was just a start for user research, that how to derive insights. It's mainly through customer interviews and phone calls and surveys. Sorry. So these are some recommended readings that I have. I have read some articles on the web, and these were some of the good articles. So I have listed them down here, and I will also provide the link to these articles in the description as well. So we'll meet in the next video, guys. That would be also upon user research only, and video would be upon job to be done framework. Thank you for this video. Bye.